A controversial Biden administration rule will soon require mortgage lenders to penalize home buyers with a high credit score. A group of 18 Senate Republicans are demanding to know how this policy decision was made. It's a good question. Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt is one of those Republicans. He joins us now. Just to remind everybody, this would actually hurt everybody who did something right to get their credit score up so that they could be responsible citizens. They are going to be penalized because they did the right thing.
Yeah, and it's reason number 573 why Joe Biden should be in charge of a lemonade stand, let alone the United States of America. This is a war on merit. This is exactly what you said, Dana. You play by the rules, you pay your bills on time, you have a good credit score, and your reward for all that under Joe Biden is you pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars more every month, or every year, every month and every year for your mortgage application. And when you apply, you're going to get penalized. And, you add this on top of the student loan debt forgiveness scam that Joe Biden put into place. Right. It's this sort of equity agenda that's fundamentally unfair.
I should have been more clear, too, that they would be paying the higher fee in order to offset and help the people who did not do the right thing and might have a lower credit score. So those borrowers would then, the higher end borrowers are going to have to subsidize people who didn't do the right thing. So sorry for that, Bill.
It's okay. You mentioned the war on merit. We were just talking about that with our guest from England a moment ago. This is a guy who was born in Soviet Russia, okay? And he's talking about homework. And now you're talking about mortgage rates. And you mentioned the student loans. That's three things in one segment that talks about a different measure of equity in America. Is that what this administration is all about, Senator?
Absolutely, and it's pervasive. I mean, they're spending billions of dollars across their budget, their proposed budget, on DEI initiatives. They've got this agenda that, again, goes after, middle-class families who are playing by the rules, who are trying to make ends meet. At every turn, they're getting kicked in the pants by this Biden administration to appease the radical left. I was just yesterday asking the Secretary of Energy questions about, this Green New Deal and this idea that, we have all the energy we'll ever need right under our feet, but they're just obsessed with this climate alarmism, shipping job overseas, and the American taxpayer gets paid with gets stuck with the bill. People pay more for energy because we refuse to be energy dominant. I mean, this administration is just incredibly destructive for people, again, who work hard and just want to be treated fairly.
The Energy Secretary, Granholm, she was at a hearing yesterday where she basically admitted that money from us is going to China. Listen to her here.
And all of those companies are going through vetting process to ensure that there are there's no money flowing to countries of concern.
Now, that was in response to one of your questions?
It was, because we confronted her with the idea that they've already awarded a grant of $200 million to a company where their primary business operations are in communist China. And again, so they passed this ridiculous bill, this inflated Inflation Reduction Act of last year. They have all these, green energy giveaways. And we find out now that they're going to Chinese companies. So we're going to hold her to that. She committed that that's actually not going to happen, even though they already awarded that grant to that company that's primary operation is in China. So, I mean, this is pervasive. They refuse to unleash American energy, and we're begging Venezuela, Saudi Arabia for oil. Also asked her about why we're releasing our strategic petroleum reserve to China. That's exactly what's been happening. It's been a 40% drop. So again, this administration's been a total disaster. It makes everything more expensive for more people, and we got to put an end to it.
And the military's going green. We'll see how that works out. Sir, thank you for your time, Senator. Nice to see you today.